You shall succeed us. You shall continue to imbue us with strength and courage and determination against our enemies. You shall continue to destroy those who are plotting against us. Destroy any man or woman or group of people who are plotting for the destruction of IPOB family members and friends of Biafra from around the world. Continue to set confusion into their camps, that they shall never survive evil plot that they are plotting against us. You shall level the potholes and pit holes that they have dug against us. You shall make it a level ground for us, but you shall turn it into graveyards for all of them. You shall protect IPOB family members individually and collectively from Biafra land to all parts of the world wherever they are residing. Because we have come with clean hands and we are on a mission to restore the land of Biafra that was wrongly robbed us our inheritance. You have propelled us on this unprofitable journey to restoration. Therefore, you shall not abandon us. Now is the time. Continue to accept the souls of our family members who have departed. May the souls of our mother, our father, His Royal Majesty, and Lolo Eze, Israel Okukanu, and the souls of all our brothers and sisters, the souls of Mazi Izuchukwuwatu and Mazi Matthew Okoro, and that of all IPOB family members and Biafrans departed. They shall continue to rest in your bosom until we all meet to part no more. One thing is clear, they have indeed paid the ultimate price. They have remained faithful till the end, and we shall not waver, we shall not retreat, we shall not capitulate until Biafra is restored on their behalf and in their honor. You shall protect the families they left behind. You shall protect Ali Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his immediate family members and his siblings. You shall imbue them with strength. You shall give them that equanimity of heart. You shall give them courage. You shall give them the grace to bear the irreparable loss, because they have served you faithfully and they are still serving you. To our family members, to the family members of our departed brethren, we shall not leave them. We must stand in solidarity with all of them at all times and in line with the keepings and the promises we made to you, the Most High God, and more importantly to our brothers and sisters who are in this family. We are not going to chicken out in the face of difficulties. Biafra shall outlive the contraption called Nigeria, and the world will be mocking that contraption as they are doing as we speak. And this is just the beginning. You shall allow us eventually to see the land of Biafra and step on it and raise our voices in unison in new symbolic covenant that will span generations of Biafrans to come. That we shall proclaim your goodness upon our lives, and that the rest of humanity will see your blessings upon our lives and continue to glorify your holy name. To this we say amen and amen and amen. Ise. My name is Uche Mefor. I am the deputy leader of indigenous people of Biafra from Abatete. Abatete is in Idemili. Idemili is in Omambra. Omambra is in Biafra land. I am here standing in for our great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was supposed to be on this broadcast this evening, but because of some unforeseen circumstances, he was not able to come as advertised, and we are apologizing in that regard. He will, however, be with all Biafrans and friends of Biafra from around the world tomorrow by 7 p.m. Biafra time. Therefore, let us not waver, let us not grow weary, because we are here to do the needful, to restore the ultimate land of Biafra. that was wrongly robbed us, our inheritance. What else can I say? Our enemies are working day in, day out, night in, night out. They are not sleeping. They are working every second, every minute to make sure that they undermine the indigenous people of Biafra led by our leader Mazi. But you know what? We are everywhere. IPOB is universal. It is Catholic in nature. And anywhere we are, the world will continue to bear witness. Because we are on the side of truth. We are carrying the light of redemption and restoration. And therefore, the contraption called Nigeria and their collaborators all over the world shall continue to scamper for safety in our midst and in our presence. All these shenanigans, all these terror attacks that they are carrying against our people, the latest of it was against the life of our lead counsel, our eminent barrister, our indefatigable barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, in which they killed a number of people, set houses on fire in order to conceal their evidence. We thank God for the life of our eminent barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and we pray for the repose of the souls of our brothers who were mowed down in that despicable terror attack by the Nigerian police, Nigerian army, masterminded by the Anambra state government, and this man called, what is his name? In the same axis, working with them, one of the Hausa Fulani agents, who is eating from the blood of his own brothers. It shall never be well with him. It shall never be well with all of them who have plotted against our people. But be rest assured that we have already gone more than halfway this journey. More than halfway to restoring this land of Biafra. And therefore, we cannot go back. Going back, we mean jettisoning or abandoning all the gains that we have made. Going back, we mean abandoning and making mockery of the sacrifices that our brothers and sisters and our fathers and mothers have made on our journey to this ultimate restoration of Biafra. Be rest assured that all those who have been involved and implicated in the molestation, in the killing, in the genocide, in the crime against humanity directed against our people shall not go scot-free. What we are asking our people is to be courageous and volunteer themselves to give accurate information of what happened, because the world is not keeping quiet. And it is our duty on this particular platform and on this journey that we have embarked upon to make sure that no one of us will be left behind. We are very much aware of the activities of the detractors in our midst, members of the DSS, members of the zoo cabals, and the hungry individuals that they are paying in Biafra land are infiltrating our family units in different parts of Biafra land, even here in the United Kingdom. But you know what? We are above board and they are not going to find anything. We are clean. We are very much justified in what we are doing. We have nothing hidden. That is why even when they come in, they will see nothing. Because our courage, our determination surpasses that of their treachery. And therefore we encourage you to remain resolute, to remain focused, because times are different. It is very important that we rally round the family of our leader Mazi as we speak. We lost 2 parents in quick succession. And it is not easy. It is a very difficult period on our collective journey and quest for restoration. We lost our brothers as well. Just in the last 72 hours, Mazi Chukwuwatu and Mazi Matthew Okoro, we are also looking for some others which we have not confirmed, whom we have not confirmed as we speak. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor must be supported to the hilt. The terrorism attack by the Nigerian police, Nigerian army, of course, using the Boko Haram terrorists that they recruited and reintegrated into the Nigerian army, Nigerian police, were at it. They left trail of horror and mayhem in Orifite, in Anambra, province of Biafrans. And we are urging our people who are eyewitnesses to be on standby, because all those atrocities must never go unpunished. Going after Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor is an anomaly. A legal counsel, a legal representative, a lawyer, a barrister representing his client can never be criminalized. Even those representing terrorists, the most notorious terrorists on this planet Earth, are being represented in court. How much more those who are fighting a just cause? How much more indigenous people of Biafra? How much more IPOB? How much more Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu, and all of us? How much more Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and all members of our legal team who have distinguished themselves and extricated themselves from the corruption-ridden judiciary in the contraption called Nigeria? We will not leave them. If they fought for us, we are not going to leave them astray or in time of difficulty. It is also all the more ridiculous for the zoo police and the Nigerian establishment to come with their false allegation that Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor is a member of IPOB. We challenge them to give us his membership number or to give us any evidence where he is attending IPOB family meetings. You can see that the contraption called Nigeria can go at or to any length to try to implicate and molest and kill the innocent. The question we are asking ourselves, the question we continue to pose to ourselves remains: why are we all keeping quiet? Why are we keeping mute while the evil men and women continue to wreak havoc in our midst? Of course, we know that there are gallant IPOB family members who are very steadfast. We thank our brothers and sisters who are doing marvelous work, who are even more than the security agents of the zoo called Nigeria. Our volunteers are doing very great work, and we must support them at all times and at all costs. We cannot abandon our own because they have proved themselves to be very trustworthy and tenacious and committed to this struggle. It is either we are on this platform or we are outside it yapping. Every effort is being made from the contraption called Nigeria to infiltrate IPOB, to redouble effort in making sure that they undermine us. Some of them come up with all manner of programs. Some of them are coming up trying to tell us that they are more Biafrans than we are. If we do not have some level of rules and regulations and guiding principles on this journey that we have embarked upon, then we are done for. Let those who want to teach us how not to be successful and who are claiming to be hypocritical go and lecture themselves, because we are not going to depart from this particular platform and the course we have embarked upon. IPOB family around the world has guiding principles, some of them written, some of them unwritten. It is just like our normal tradition that we carry out and we observe, ablution I must say, every day. So let nobody from anywhere come up and begin to give us strange doctrines and ideologies. IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, is one universal family under the supreme leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When I make this comment and stress supreme leadership, I am very cautious and I'm very determined to make sure that everybody understands it. There are so many saboteurs everywhere. They battle for the soul of IPOB. They come up with all manner of concocted names through the instrumentality of the Nigerian devilish security agencies to try to divide IPOB from within. They came up in recent past with all manner of names: tripod, re-iPod, new iPod, whatever. They came up with all manner of names. And they say advance all manner of reasons. And we made it clear, abundantly clear, that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is the supreme leader of IPOB. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Let them go and die. Of course, we are very much aware that he is the servant leader. But when we want to provoke the saboteurs, we want to send them to their early comatose stage, we mention supreme leader of Indigenous People of Biafra. And we have no apology. We have no apology to render. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has sacrificed everything at the expense of the comfort and lives of his family members. And there are also others who are sacrificing as well. We will not abandon such group of people, whether alive or dead. Our commitment is total. It is unshakable. Biafra restoration is sacrosanct. It is irreversible. It is unassailable. And no force on this planet Earth can suffocate the spirit and the genuine aspirations of the Biafran people. We must stand firm. We must stand resolute. We must remain focused. And more than ever before, courageous. We must help one another. Fake news, if we allow it in our midst, is going to cost us a lot of credibility that we have. There are a lot of fake news being propagated by the zoo agents in our midst. They go to Facebook, they come up with all manner of IPOB names or acronyms. They pretend to be Biafrans. They tell you that United Nations is giving you Biafra tomorrow or next tomorrow. And the worst aspect of it is that some gullible among us, and even bystanders, we take it up and say, IPOB said this, IPOB said that. We want to reiterate, we want to stress, we want to re-emphasize that if you do not hear anything from Radio Biafra, from any of our media platforms, from the head of Directorate of State, from myself, from our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from our media and publicity secretary, Mazi Powerful. If you don't hear it from any of our designated principal servants around the world, then you must be playing at your own expense if you are swallowing everything that they give you, if you are consuming every news, every information on the internet and on Facebook, claiming that it comes from IPOB. Every news, every authentic project, every authentic information that comes from IPOB must be announced, it must be confirmed, and it must come from a genuine source. Very important. A lot of people are using internet and social network platforms these days to make a living. A number of them are on YouTube. They will come up and tell you, hey, Nnamdi Kanu has done this, hey, IPOB has done that, a lot of things. A number of them are centered on United Nations said, EU said, United States of America said, Trump had meeting with Nnamdi Kanu, Trump had meeting with IPOB, all those things. If you see those things, you must have to verify. And do not share, because if you share, we have instructed our people, if you see anybody peddling, sharing fake news, block that person. Simple as that. We want success by all means. We want to succeed by any means possible. But it must be through genuine ways. It must not be by anyhow, and it must not be by from any source. We are not in a hurry to say the way it is. Our people say that good name is more than money or financial gratification. Easier for Kego, and we must have to live up to that ideal. Having said that, IPOB has made a number of important giant strides in recent times, and we do not need accolade. We do not need to blow it with trumpet, because the world is seeing what is going on. If not for anything, the work that has been done by you hardcore dedicated Biafrans in recent times has brought the contraption called Nigeria, the Lugadian contraption, the Lugadian hell called Nigeria to her knees. And Nigeria is today the scorn of the whole world. A lot of human rights abuses are going on. They started with Biafrans, and everybody was jubilating. They went to assassinate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They had been killing IPOB members. A number of us have gone to the world beyond, and some people who call themselves Nigerians were jubilating. They are agents in Biafra land who are actually paving the way for these murderous Fulani, Janjaweed police and army officers from the zoo called Nigeria. We are popping champagne. And our leader in several of his broadcasts warned these people that any day, any time, that they are going to come back in shame, having served the contraption called Nigeria. What is happening today? There are a number of them who have served their Hausa Fulani masters in such a way that if it is about reward, these their masters will forever remember them and compensate them forever and ever through that their treacherous means against their own people. But today, just like we have continued to tell them, no matter how hard you work to endear yourself to Hausa Fulani or to the Fulanis, to the Yorubas, you remain a stranger. Some of them say that they are Lagosians. Some of them are now living, they build houses in Abuja and the outskirts of the capital territory of that zoo called Nigeria. They claim to be indigenous of those communities. In Kanu, there are a number of them. In Adamawa, in Kafanchan, all the major towns, they are all there. Some of them have given birth to children. They grow up there. They tell you that they are Igbos of northern Nigeria. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. They assimilate. These are the people that Boko Haram have been slaughtering like animals. They started with them. And the second group that they are killing are those they consider as saboteurs in their midst. These are the people that the northern Fulani politicians, including that thing in Aso Rock, is using today to make money. They fuel Boko Haram crisis. They sponsor terrorism because they have nothing else to do. They eat from spilling the blood of innocent. They have no job. Even those who went to school among them, they are all bloodthirsty. The Fulanis, I mean. The only way they can sustain their hegemony in the contraption called Nigeria is killing and maiming and destroying lives and properties and crying to the outside world that Boko Haram terrorists have killed them, have continued to unleash mayhem on the innocent. They go to international aid donors. They go to Western world to ask for loans. Am I even saying, aid, not loan. Such money is given to them, and whenever it's given to them, they will divert it. Family members of the cabals in the presidency of the zoo will share this money. The Fulani politicians are the most corrupt in the contraption called Nigeria. And when you say all these things, they will say that you're embarking on hate speech. But how about their hate conduct of killing and maiming and destroying lives? How come, if they don't know about all this violence, how come none of Fulani politicians, none of their family members are being killed? Have you ever heard of that? Of course you cannot. Because they are the people, they are the architects of terror and horror that they are unleashing for the whole world to see. They have used Boko Haram to make maximum gains. The retired army generals and the serving ones are all building hotels and making other important investments. Go to the so-called northeast of the zoo called Nigeria. You will see what we are saying here. Because the United Nations officials, the EU officials, are all coming there. They are all on a mission. And they will want to stay in a very safe place. They spend huge amount of money on all this. When we tell you that the Fulani mentality is not something that any genuine and productive individual should be very happy to be associated with, you think that we are just making mouth. How come that thing in Aso Rock, since 2015, that the so-called APC, political arm of Boko Haram, came into power? How come that they have continued to borrow? They have continued to borrow. All they know is sharing money, borrowing and borrowing. They accuse Jonathan of all manner of things. Of course, there are corrupt politicians in every government, in every administration, including that of Jonathan. But they demonized Jonathan. They made Jonathan look like a demon that nobody can associate with. And today, after promising heaven on earth, development and all that, all they have succeeded in doing is to siphon what is left in the treasury. They tell you that they have repatriated Abacha loot, billions of dollars. They tell you that they are prosecuting corrupt politicians. Of course, this is a corruption campaign that is highly selective and inimically directed against their own enemies and those from Biafra land, of course. As you can see what is going on. The question every right-thinking human being should be asking is, all those money recovered, what have they used it to do? The petroleum sector is half closed. That thing in Aso Rock remains the petroleum minister till date. He knows nothing. All he knows is about plundering and dividing and sharing whatever is already in the coffers. They are asking for more money, more loan from China and other countries around the world to embark on investment. But the truth is that the money that they are getting, they borrow and spend on consumption and not on investment. They borrow huge amount of money, billions of dollars, and divide it among themselves. No investment. If you don't invest, how are you going to get profit? How are you going to pay back those loans? So what Fulani has essentially done this time around is to plunge all of you one Nigerians into deeper and deeper mess, into deeper and deeper perpetual debt that the zoo called Nigeria may not be able to pay back in a couple of decades to come, if ever it remains, or if ever it's still in existence. A country like China will eventually and effectively recolonize some parts of the recreative part of that contraption called Nigeria, and where they are going to come is where they have oil. They will come to Biafra land and take over the so-called government properties. And what they are looking for is oil. So in essence, these people are, if care is not taken, going to colonize us. We are going to be slaves. Look at what they are doing in other African countries. That is where you will understand what is coming for us. The Fulani cabal, led by that thing in Aso Rock, have destroyed the future that is left of us. All the doctors and lawyers, intellectuals, captains of industries, they are all subservient to them. They have lost their senses of reasoning. They are behaving like mugus. And nobody is talking. They have all lost their voices. And the question is, for how long will this continue? Effectively, the zoo called Nigeria is running a military dictatorship under the guise of democracy. Like I said before, they started with Biafrans, and we all know that. They started with our leader, Mazi. Apart from our people that they killed, they jailed, they illegally incarcerated a number of our people, Bright Chimezie, Benjamin Madubugu, Chidebe Omudiwe, a lot of them. And so many arrests that they are making and throwing our people in the prison and dungeons around the zoo called Nigeria without any reason, and telling you that you are a terrorist because they have come from Sharia background and because you are not from their own path or practicing what they are practicing. The latest of it is Showore. When they were doing all these things against Biafrans, against Mazi, against our brothers, and as they are still doing today, a number of them were clapping, jumping up. But today, everybody is beginning to understand. Everybody is beginning to appreciate what we have been passing through in the contraption called Nigeria. If Showole knows something, he should begin now to advocate for Oduduwa Nation, or better join Biafra. Because he's from Ijo, for avoidance of doubt. So our people must not grow weary. We are all being vindicated. We are all being proved right on what we have been standing for. There is no one Nigeria. And anybody advocating for one Nigerianism is a fool to the core, thinking that he or she or they will gain something from the contraption called Nigeria. There is the latest line of Efulefu, group of Efulefus are those from Biafra land who are clamoring for Igbo presidency 2023. You all are going to be disappointed. They have started. If not third time for that thing in Aso Rock, it will be a Yoruba man, and they have begun to align themselves towards Tinubu. One of them, they have stolen and dried the treasury. As we speak today, up to at least 4 senators from Biafra land have been lined up for EFCC prosecution. They said that they stole billions. But we know about a lot of them in that presidency of the zoo called Nigeria, including that thing claiming to be president of Nigeria. A lot of mismanagement, a lot of looting are going on every day. And none of these high-profile looters have been prosecuted. None of them have been taken to jail, to court. The former governor in the north, well, I can't remember his name now, he stole billions. And we understand that the EFCC has now withdrawn from that case. But Oju Zokalu, Rochas Okorocha, Chimoroke Naman, T.O. Oji, among 7 senators, and even Ifeanyi Uba, are being lined up for prosecution as looters, as thieves, as corrupt politicians. And then you have the businessmen from Biafra land, the likes of Allen Onyema, the likes of Ifeanyi Uba, or he's also a senator, and the likes of Innocent Motors. How about captains of industries from Biafra land? They have effectively destroyed their businesses. And now, as if it's not enough for them, they close the border through which our people are importing their goods that they are selling. But you know what? As long as we remain focused, as long as we remain resolute, as long as we remain tenacious, the zoo called Nigeria must collapse. It must dismember in our lifetime. Despite all the sabotage from those who are serving Hausa Fulanis from Biafra land, despite all the backdoor activities, despite the fact that they are serving Hausa Fulanis, taking contract in order to continue to survive with their families, we shall overcome. Biafra shall outlive all of them. There are so many things that we need to say here, but our leader, Mazi, when he comes tomorrow, will go into all these things in details. But we must remain resolute, we must remain focused, we must not set our eyes off the ball. We must stand in solidarity with our barrister, our lead counsel, Barrister Ejiofor, and his family. We must stand resolutely and strongly dedicated to the support of the family members of our deceased brothers who were killed in that compound. We must stand with all of them. We must stand with the family of our leader, Mazi in this trying period. We must stand with the family members of our brothers and sisters that have been mowed down on their journey to this particular restoration effort. We shall not leave them astray. Anytime you are called, do whatever you can, because we are going to make history. We are already making history. We also must be very vigilant, because a number of people are going about this time around. Our leader made important announcement the other time when he was in the United States of America and I think in Canada, that if anybody knows what they want, they can do to advance the cause for the restoration of Biafra, they should go ahead and do it. But that does not mean that you go ahead and do things without consulting the principal officers, your coordinators in the countries where you are. It does not mean that you go out of your way and set up your own franchise, because IPOB today is now a franchise. And when you, on a very slightest, how will I put it, query, they will tell you that our leader said, our leader said. He did not say, because we must have some form of rules, some form of guidance in what we are doing. If everybody had been doing anyhow, performing or conducting himself or herself or themselves anyhow they like, you will not see this IPOB that you are using today to be proud of what you are doing. You wouldn't have been seeing it today. People came together and disciplined themselves, conducted themselves, applied themselves absolutely and totally to this cause under the leadership of our leader, Mazi. That is why you are seeing IPOB you are seeing today. If everybody had gone their separate ways, setting up this one, setting up that one, then we wouldn't have been where we are today. So let nobody preach to you. Let nobody lecture you otherwise. We have guiding principles and we must have to follow it. Otherwise, you chicken out, you get out of the way. After all, we are Biafrans. If you know that IPOB leadership is not getting it the right way, IPOB led by Mazi is not getting it the right way, then go ahead and do your own. But don't come and use IPOB platforms. Don't come and cut IPOB family members in order to set up yourself. If you know that it is easy, go outside there and just do your own and make effort. Let people follow you. We love ourselves for avoidance of doubt. We support one another. But we must follow very simple guideline on how we must direct our effort to achieving maximum result. It is not by anyhow. It must be somehow directed, somehow regulated, somehow coordinated. More importantly, anywhere our leader issued instruction, those instructions must be obeyed. Otherwise, you are acting out of line and you belong to somewhere, not on this platform and not in this family or not to this family. This man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has suffered enough. Of course, he's a human being. But he has proved to our people that indeed there is a definite direction that we are going. The most ridiculous aspect of the stage we are at the moment is that there are people, men and women, living with their families who are jubilating over the death, the passing on of the parents of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. People are actually grown men and women on Facebook. They are actually sending all manner of messages, jubilating. Of course, using fake Facebook accounts, but we know whom they are. And now, what that despicable act now demonstrates to you the level that these people have gone to. But you know what? They will all, at the appropriate time, experience the same and in a more awful way. And you could say now nwoke ga-afụ ife ibi efu. Nwaanyị na-amụ nwaanyị ibie bu afọ ime akpagharị, ọ ga-adịkwa n'ime unless ma ọ bụ barren nwaanyị ga. And nwoke ga-afụ ife nwoke ibi efu. Maybe by that time it will be very, very late and very difficult. People are wicked, and we must stand and confront the wicked in our midst. This is really a Biafra presentation. I do not intend to go further. I just wanted to come on and tell our people that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not coming home this evening, but God's willing, he is going to come up tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Biafra time. There are so many things I want to say, but I will not say all of them. I will not go further. I will not go further because our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has important message to pass on around all these things we are raising here. He is going to do forensic analysis of some of the issues that we raised this evening. The number to call is +447405964146 +447475964146. I don't know what I'm saying again. +447405964146. That's the number to call. If you call this number, we will pick your call. Otherwise, we will begin to descend. This is once again your platform, and we are urging you, eminent Biafrans, to remain focused and resolute because times are different, and there is no intention for us to retreat. Neither are we going to capitulate. We'll be back in a minute.
Ụmụ Igbo ka anyị tetezienụ n'ụla na ọ bụ anyị nwa bụzi Biafra na-ekwuzi maka ya.
Yeah, good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Yes, my name is Jamila. I'm from Vicalamba, Biafrans. I'm calling to my abba, Biafrans.
Right, thank you very much. What is happening where you are? Go ahead, please.
Yes, I want to use this opportunity to thank everyone, most especially the leader of the people of Biafra. Actually, the man is trying so that Biafra has not naturalized two divine nature. But I believe that accurately that Biafra will come to it. And I want to let the whole world know that. Hello? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to let the whole world know, sir, that despite that we are harmless, that let them be in mind that Biafra will start actualized. But all those people that are going indirectly collecting money and sabotaging the reputation of Biafra, I want to tell you that time will come when you will go and you get caught and you will face something that you will not be set free upon that. And I want to let all those people know that those people that are supporting what put the leader barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, all those people that have gone to the federal government to collect money, not to let them all know that the time is coming when they shall reap what they have done. And I want to thank all the principal officers, the coordinators, like Mefor. I'm so very happy of what you are doing. I want to thank John. I want all those people there for us keep that up. I want to thank you for honestly, I come here and express my proper gratitude to all you all for you for trying. For what happened tonight, when I'm watching all those things, it makes me feel, it makes me breathe, it makes me weak. I feel awful. It makes me feel that am I in this stuff? It makes me feel something that I can't just express myself for. Thank you very much for watching for this.
Right, thank you very much, and remain resolute because there is no going back. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you. This is for the Biafra presentation. Of course, somebody is writing and saying, Ojuizo Okafor is in jail. We know that he has been jailed for 12 years, but of course, he is trying to challenge and appeal against it. Nevertheless, regardless of what is going on, the truth about it is that the Fulanis do not like you. They don't want you. You are not their brother. You are not their sister. You remain an infidel. You remain an animal that must be slaughtered at any particular point in time of their choosing. That is just the truth about it. I don't know, the caller on the line is still there. You need to disengage, please. Next call on the phone. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, good evening from
Hello.
here. Welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, my brother.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Uche Mefor.
Yes, go
May
ahead.
God bless you. May God be with you and all people that are trying to see that Biafra is restored.
And you too. Thank you very much. Go ahead, please.
Okay, my name is Mazi Christian Ufondo. I'm calling from Onitsha.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Can I
don't
know,
have much.
is our FM relay station where you are working, is it working?
Anyway, where we are now, there is no problem. There's no problem as at now. Only
Okay.
Only this thing that happened in Orif last time is what we.
Yes, our enemies will be destroyed. In fact, they will destroy themselves at the appropriate time.
Yes.
What we must have to bear in mind that the terrorists are invading our communities and killing us and setting our people against one another. And we are not going to allow that.
Yes. Yes, the time is about to come when we shall be prepared. If they want to do us or to kill us, then we shall try to save ourselves. Because you cannot just remain like this. They continue, the population of Biafra. Although I will not do anything in a hurry, God is in control, and God will tell us whenever we shall be, retaliating. So my greetings to you and other people. I don't have much to say. Only that I have seen how things are going now, and it gives me hope that we are marching to the thing that we have been trying to get. Because only what I know is that hence people like you, Mazi, Nandekano, Oyibe, and the others, hence you people are there, being constant as Northern Star. I don't fear, because you know that whenever something wants to go bad, it must be through the leaders. But if the leaders know what they're doing, other people, those people that have conscience, we follow the leaders. But if they start from the leaders, you know that nothing will go well. So I'm very happy. I have been here, and when I hear your voice this evening, I am very happy. Only what I have to say is that you should continue. Because I myself, I know that we must get Biafra. And this generation must get Biafra. Not another contemporary, but this contemporary must get Biafra. Where things are going. And some people were telling me, sometimes they tell me that these people, they are not, they don't follow us. Then I tell them that don't expect everybody to come out to get Biafra. If we continue, if we start like that, you know that we shall not go anywhere. There are so many people will stand for us. Some people must serve as a that is how things are everywhere. It's not expect everybody, but those people that have been born and those that have not been born. No, only that I know that these people now being our leaders, they can get Biafra. That's my only hope. And that's what I've been encouraging people.
My brother, everybody
yes,
has a stake here. You have a work to do. I have a work to do. Every other person has a work to do. And when we bring it together on aggregate, we will be making progress. And so far, so good. I want to appreciate all of you. And I urge you to make some results.
Yeah, this thing you see Nigeria doing now, that shows that the end is at hand. That's why when they see somebody on the road, they wouldn't mind to try to kill the person when the person has not done anything. Look at what they did at our lawyers' president. They went there and fooled themselves, because I don't know what to consider that thing. The man is not living on the main road. What did they go there to do? Only to try to kill them. But God is in control. So only what I'm saying is that God will help us. We must get what we want, because we are not going it against anybody, but we want to save ourselves, because this place is not good for living. Everybody knows. Even both people, everybody in Nigeria knows that Nigeria is not worth living. Even those people that are trying, deceiving themselves, trying to show people that they love Nigeria. They don't love Nigeria, only that they don't want to, they don't want people to know, because they are feeding from other people.
Of
but
course,
time
of course.
is at hand, and I know that it must happen.
Thank you.
So,
thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. And God
thank
bless
you, my brother. Yes. Okay.
This is Radio Biafra presentation of this evening of the 7th of December 2019. We are live from London, reaching wherever I am on this planet Earth. Next call on the phone. Can you hear me? I cannot hear you. Can you hear me? No, I can't hear that call. And I want to say one other thing here. Somebody is sending a message saying FM station is not working in Aba. I don't know can our people in Aba please confirm whether our FM station are working or not? Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Yes, can you hear me? Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
You are listening to the radio. That's why you're not hearing me. I can hear you very well. Go ahead, please.
Mazi, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
Good evening, sir.
My goodness. Our people are hearing you, and I can hear you. You are listening to the radio. Talk to me directly via the phone, please.
Yes. But I'm very grateful to call you this night. Hello.
Go ahead. We are listening to you. People who want to speak, please, if you are not conversant with the way we talk on radio, you better disengage.
Can I tell you? Hello, sir. That's all. Because ekelere m Chineke na m nwetara na n'abalị anụnwa. Saa, biko.
Unfortunately, that line is off. I don't know what happened. Maybe his credit or something else. But we have to proceed. We have to continue. Next call on the phone. Can hear me? Good evening from here and welcome to the program. Go ahead, please. My goodness. You have the radio on and we will not continue, my brother. You need to call us back. Next call on the phone. There are so many people that want to speak and we have to give them chance. And if we cannot accommodate them, we will tell them, but not somebody coming up and clogging the line. Can you hear me? Next call on the phone.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Mazi.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, my brother. My name is Mazi Chukwujeku Madu. I'm calling from Igbocha.
Thank you very much. What is happening in Igbocha is our Igbocha FM will stay up and running as possible.
Our radio is on for over 1 month now. We are not hearing anything from our people.
So what do you think is the problem? Because the problem must come from Igbocha, not from any other place. I am listening to how. Can I find out something? You need to turn on the radio. I am listening to. Are you listening via satellite or how are you listening to radio now? I can hear my voice.
Somebody called me from Aba that you have started receiving call. I'm just calling. Just keep on pressing phone till I get you now.
Yeah, but what I'm asking you is that as I'm speaking to you now, I'm hearing my voice and it is not the best. How are you listening to Radio Biafra now? Is it via satellite? Are you using decoder? Or are you listening via our FM relay station? I can hear my voice.
It's through decoder.
Okay, thank you very much. But it's good that you move away from the radio and talk to me via the phone. This broadcast is recorded. You can listen to it on Facebook later after this broadcast.
Uche, my brother, baby, where I am, there's no way. I don't no radio, no television. I'm just alone where I am now.
Okay, go ahead and say what you want to say, and let's move on.
What I want to say is to find out exactly the problem of our radio. Well, we are not in here. We are just like blind people.
You say that this has continued for the past 1 month. Is that correct?
Yes, for the past 1 month now. We are not hearing anything concerning our radio.
Okay, we are going to make very special inquiry regarding our FM station in Igbocha. Be rest assured that we have to come out or come back to all of you with an answer. If the FM station has issue, we will let you know. If it is not an issue-based problem, we will also let you know.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, and God bless you.
And God bless you too, sir.
This is where there be a full presentation. Our people in Igbocha, please make sure you people in Igbocha must safeguard our FM relay station. Make sure that it's working. Our people in Igbocha, not only in Igbocha, our people in different parts of Biafra land, our FM relay station belongs to. Our FM relay stations belong to IPOB5 members or Biafrans. And it is our responsibility individually and collectively to make sure that they are in working state. Can you hear me?
Sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir. I can hear you.
Go ahead, please.
My name is Uche, and I hail from Obogede Kwagwa. Obogede Kwagwa is in Okulogo government is in Mbejob, One State Biafra land. And by special grace of school Kariama, I served in the North Floor Biafra as the coordinator of Ogunike Family Zone. Yesterday
yes,
we had we got a very sad news, which was like we are almost dead. but to thank God for giving us somebody in the person of Nnamdi Kanu, the great of Africa.
He's very strong, very courageous, very dedicated, and not so
We
many
are
people will
very,
survive what has happened to him, and we are
we thank,
very much
we thank,
thankful to the Most High God for giving him to us in this time and age.
Thank you, sir. We thank God for the way everything has been going through. I so much love you, my sake, Chechku. And I know the hand of Chukwuekagama is in your life. We thank God so much.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
And your family too. And I want to use this opportunity to send message across to my people down in Mbodog. Ndungbibai, Anamashundeje, Onozoho, Anamasho, even Neme, Ijekaneje about Adumobure, Odumobure, Tata, that Kegablan or Donabala, Lonengo, Ungo, Mbodog. Mbodeke na amake na popia Shilukwaba, Abmonyo Kwabango, Obagede, Nambo, the China, Melamo, much of the media politics, if I am a double Biafra, time with two wine, Bono Blaggy, another Magan Bishin Banya, Leg, at the Buan, with the Pope, Nigeria, the Bumaya, from Nacho, no of that. I for DJ wine, you love this, you buy and Melana, dog is I do you like up here, the color, the buy show, I leave the color. My deputy, I so much thank you for this opportunity given to me tonight. And on behalf of Obunike Family Zone, we send a condolence to our every leader. Thank and Chukwuekagama will protect us all till we meet to celebrate together in Biafra. Thank you. Good night, sir.
Thank you very much for all you are doing, and thank you for that condolence message to our leader and family member. It shall be well with all of you, and there is no going back. May the souls of our father, our mother, His Royal Majesty, Sir Eze Israel Okwu Kanu, Egwukwu II of our Faruku and Lolo Ugoeze Sally Okukalu continue to rest in bosom of the Most High God until we all meet to part no more. The same goes to our brothers and sisters who have just departed. Yes,
may God bless you. May
God bless you too.
Bless our leader Mazi Nandikalu. My name is Mazi Aruma Robinson. I'm coming from Enugu, Biafrans.
Thank you very much
for the opportunity given to me this night to get you. I want to appreciate your good work and all our IPOB members worldwide. I want to say the school program will continue to bless all hardcore IPOB members. Thanks to Kadam for the grace to be a member of IPOB member. It is a privilege. Today, we're going to a that forum meeting in Enugu. It is very marvelous. So, Chukwu government is on our side. We must win the battle.
Thank you very much for all that you all are doing. Thank you very much.
We want us to remain courageous. The battle is almost over. They are attacking us left, right, and center. But Chukwu government is on our side. The one with God is in the majority.
Is a fact. The truth about it is that there is nothing they can do anymore. Biafra has come to stay, and there's nothing they can do.
That is a must.
And we thank you all for all you are doing. Remain focused and resolute.
Thank you, my leader.
If we stay indoors, they will kill us. If we come out, they will kill us. It is better to stand for the truth and then die for the truth.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless.
We are winning.
Thank you.
No, thank you, sir. We are winning. Nothing will stop us. We are moving ahead. Onye ọbụla banye ihu ka anyị mewe zọpụta na onwe anyị ndị Hausa Fulani egbuo naanị onye ọbụla kụnyitenu ya bụ oge anyị nwere iji zọpụta onwe anyị yarịpụ mmadụ nke anyị ekpome. Thank you. my deputy leader.
Thank you.
May
Thank you
God
very
bless
much.
you.
God bless you.
Bless all our PB members worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and God bless you. And it is very important that I say this at this particular point in time. We must all get ready for the broadcast of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, tomorrow by 7 p.m. Biafra time, and get ready also for interactive session if he is able to take your calls. We at this particular point in time begin to descend. My apologies, I will not continue to take any more calls. We will have to leave it till tomorrow. And I thank you, eminent Biafrans, for what you have done. And we urge you to remain focused and resolute and never to capitulate, because we have gone too far to even begin to think of going back. What else can I say? We thank the Most High God for having made it possible for us to have gathered this evening. We continue to ask Him to continue to renew us, continue to revive us, and more importantly, may He give us every enablement to restore Biafra. From me, from here, this is sincerely Mefor, at this particular point in time, sign off. Thank you very much.